Best Irish music on irishradio.org with Jerry Byrne.
I'm Jerry Byrne, Irish Radio it is. Since lockdown, I was speaking to many of the great, the good and the talented of Irish music and indeed Irish country music. I've now got a young lass who is coming very much to the fore in music. She's come from a musical family as her father, Tony, was a member of Brian Call's backing band for many moons. I'm delighted to say a big hello and welcome to Shauna Kearns. Shauna, how are you?
Hello, Jerry. I'm the very best. Thank you very much.
A real pleasure to speak to you. A native of Dunloy in County Antrim. Now, your dad obviously had a huge influence as he was a professional musician of Brian Call's band.
He was indeed. And then he done support as well. And then after that, he had his own band as well.
Okay. So you sort of come from a family kind of steeped in music.
Yes, of course, Jerry. But I tell you, I was just bred into it when we were growing up as children. As I say, other children was maybe reached a bike or a buggy. We reached a guitar or a keyboard or something like that, music then.
Right, that's excellent. Now, I believe that actually that the band actually used to practice in your house.
They did indeed, yes. They used to practice in our, and it was a small dinette too. And my bedroom was right up above it. And the 4 or 5 piece band every Thursday night would have practiced in the house. And as I said, Jerry, I actually thought that was the norm. You know, I was going to bed for school the next day, sleeping through the live music going directly below me. But as I say, I thought that was the norm, that this happened in everybody's house until I grew up a wee bit older, and then I realised no, it didn't.
Oh, that is mighty. That really is cracking. Now, listen, you've been certainly getting involved in music in recent times. You've recorded a number of singles, and at this stage, you've an album coming out.
Yes, I have, Jerry. Oh God, I can't even remember how many singles about now. But as I say, I have the album coming out, and they're all on it. And we are in the process of having a launch night. And I have to say, at the minute, I'm buzzing here at the minute because I've got EK Promotions is now my promoters. And I have to say, I'm so excited to have Adele on board because Adele is a lovely, lovely girl and she's doing a lot for me.
Indeed, that's excellent. Now, you've recorded the singles you released so far, some real gems and incredibly well, recorded and well produced, like Help Me Make It Through the Night, Medals for Mothers, Barstool Mountain.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Well, I do all my recordings up here in Ballymena in Pinewood Studio with a fellow called Paul McNeely, and I have to say Paul is he's so professional, and his recording studios, it's fantastic.
Yes, it can be tell because I'll have to say the recordings are absolutely top notch. Now, listen, since the onset of COVID and all the rest of it, you've certainly come to the fore. You've been doing your Facebook Live shows, which have gone an absolute storm.
They have indeed, Jerry. I have to be honest that yes, I had my own radio station up here in Ballymena and Fuse FM, and once it hit that the COVID hit, the last show I think I did was with them on the 17th of March, and then the next thing the COVID hit, and I decided, I think it was a week later, on the 24th of March, I decided, I wonder would it work if we were to ask other artists to do half an hour each, join it together and go from each other's households and then add it all onto one page and bring it together. And I come up with an idea, yes, Jerry, I come up with an idea and I cannot believe the way it went. It absolutely fantastic as the last year. It's brilliant.
Indeed, it's been absolutely huge. You know, you've done a storm. I mean, on some of them, you start off at 6:45 in the evening and go right through until midnight.
Yes, that's right. We did do a couple like that. Now that you mention it, I think the first and the middle of the one, we did, yes, in August and that. But I was doing the shows every other. They were all on Shauna's Lockdown Live pages. And I was doing the shows from 7 o'clock right through to 11 o'clock on every other Friday night. And all the artists was with me. I had the likes of Joe Davitt. I had Eamon McCann was on one. Joe Davitt. We had Country Harmony, which is Jared Dorlan, up here. And Lisa Stanley over in Birmingham. We had loads and loads of all artists on it. Jerry Kane. I could go on forever. But the artists were absolutely fantastic.
Indeed, you've had an incredible amount of people, doing it with you, and they really have gone an absolute storm for you with so many guest artists that you've had on, and the views, the amount of people who've seen it, not even alone live, but have watched it afterwards, has been incredible.
Yes, that's right, Jerry. To be honest with you, I never in my wildest dreams ever thought that it ever would have went the way it did go, or I never even thought it would have been as popular as what it was. But it absolutely was fantastic. But as I say, it was my idea and I come up with it. But at the end of the day, Jerry, all these artists were doing it as well. They were doing it with me, and I have to thank them for sticking by me and continuing to do it, and for doing it for so long as well, Jerry.
Indeed. But I think, with the amount of people viewing, I've said this to many other singers, with the amount of people viewing on the Facebooks and whichever streaming you're doing, the amount of people who view it and like it, it's been absolutely astounding. I mean, it's beating the socks off, many television stations at this stage.
Yes, I was actually told that before, Jerry, and I couldn't believe it whenever I heard that there was more views going on to Shauna's Lockdown Live, concerts than there was actually on TV channels. And look, to be honest, Jerry, I don't even know where to start, because I'm so honoured and humbled at the fact that the artists are sticking by me, but also the viewers as well, because the viewers, if it wasn't for them, that these shows wouldn't be continuing. The one that went on for so long, obviously, or the one that got bigger and bigger, without them, also.
Indeed. It has been an absolutely astounding success, and it's fantastic to see. But just prior to lockdown, you were doing various appearances, various live shows, dances, concerts, and all the rest of it.
I was indeed, yes, but I was doing that, Jerry. But to be honest, I was doing the radio as well. The radio show helped me, and I was doing that as well, the singing as well. And I just love country music, Jerry. And if it's anything to do with country music, I can guarantee you I'll be on board.
Indeed, well done on it. Well done on it all. Now, listen, you've got the new album is coming out. When is it coming out, roughly?
Yes, well, funny, I was talking to the promoter earlier today regarding that, and she reckons we're hoping maybe in around mid-July, maybe start of August, there might be something in around there to have a wee launch night for the album. But as I say, at the minute, I have to say the single "Loving the Ball Tonight" has went out, and I cannot go over the response that I've been getting over the last 3 days regarding it. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Indeed, it's absolutely brilliant, and it's great to see you getting the reaction and the feedback and all the rest of it. It really is, and I know you're sort of in your infancy in many ways going out into the scene, but boy, it's been great for you.
Yes, definitely, and I mean, as I said, I continue to say, if it wasn't for the support of everybody out there supporting, I wouldn't be happening. But I'm just so humble, and I'm over the moon the way it is absolutely going, and I just can't believe it, Jerry, to be honest.
Indeed, it's been absolutely fantastic. You're certainly following in the footsteps of your father in music, and I can tell you've got a great sort of love of it and a great joy in the music.
Well, yes, I have, Jerry. I would tell you, country music, to be honest with you, has been my whole entire life. From I was about funny, we were at the Northern Ireland Country Awards there, prior to COVID, and everybody was all there, and I was scooting about doing interviews, and I was sitting waiting patiently to meet a man called Trevor Dixon, or Trevor Campbell. He's a big T, and he works in a radio station up here in the north. And I used to sit and listen to him from I was about 4 years of age. Do you remember the tape recorders years ago?
Yes.
You had, Jerry.
I do.
You could press the record and hit. Well, that was me. I was sitting waiting to get all the singers. But Philomena Begley is my biggest influence and always has been. And I think she's a lovely woman, and she's just so down to earth, and I've always loved her.
Indeed, yes, one of the all-time greats, and she recently celebrated an incredible 59 years on the road.
Yes, she did indeed. There, it was it last week was 59th, but I was actually talking to her son Edie, which I've been friendly with, and next year she's celebrating a big birthday along with 60 years been in the music business, so I will keep a wee year for that.
Indeed, it's an incredible achievement, it really is.
It really is brilliant.
Shauna, listen, it's been lovely to speak to you, lovely to talk to you, lovely to catch up. Listen, I wish you all the luck in the world. Keep going with your live shows on Facebook, and also good luck with the new album.
Jerry, thank you so much for ringing me and giving me your time and anytime at all. And I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you for all your support and help and everything else.
A real pleasure, Shauna. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Thank you.